Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the mid-coast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removing. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four. Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hello everyone and welcome to that time of the week. It's Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Sidelinger and the gal, the princess of the YMCA, Miss Sally Farrell is here with us. Our friend Bobby is still in the hospital and still battling. As we spoke about last week, he's got some real serious issues there going on, and we're going to put it up on the page here a little bit later, his address, and if you could send him a card. Anybody knows Bobby Whear knows that he's got a heart of gold, and he'll do anything to reach out and help you. So we're going to reach out as his fan club here at Wuzzup and send him a card, and the address will be on the bottom of the screen. And it's been a tough battle. It's been a tough battle. It's going on 3 months. He's been in the hospital, and any of you out there know that he's been in the hospital 3 months. There's something really bad, you know, and he's fighting. His demeanor, his attitude is good. Still got a sense of humor, but he's struggling, folks. And those cards mean a world of good to him. So,
yeah, thank you for sharing that. You know, I heard a friend of ours spoke with him yesterday, and he was very thankful for all the cards. So please keep them coming for him.
Well, I mean, he started this Wuzzup show,
Yeah.
and it's one of the longest running shows, public access in the state now, according to the people on the board that I'm on and that run all these things. And just, you know, it's going on 20 years.
That's what I was just going to ask you.
It's going on 20 years. I mean, I'm going on like 8 or 7 or 8. I mean, it's going on a long time.
That's impressive.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know why, 5 o'clock this morning, I was thinking about it. I was sitting having my coffee about Wuzzup time, and I remember the time that he and Kit Hayden and Mike Christensen was the cameraman that came to my workplace and did a TV show. You know, the old Wuzzup when they used to go around and do shows, and it was a lot of fun. And you know,
take it on the road, huh?
That's
a lot of work, though, as we know.
It is a lot of work, and they were on the road all the time.
Yeah.
And that's how it got. And they dummied it down a little bit for manpower to do it here in the studio.
You should find the original show, and we should play it.
Yeah.
That would be a fun idea.
Yeah, that was like maybe 2015.
Wouldn't that be fun,
like
though, for everyone to see?
Yeah.
And what was happening 10
I don't know if I want to
years
look
ago.
at me 10 years ago and say, oh, who was that young fellow sitting there? But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And they did that all over the place. And they really had a big following, and it was a lot of fun. So
hopefully we're building on the following. They're not losing it with us.
Yeah, hopefully
here.
the following is following,
Right.
you know, doing the following thing there, you know. So, but yeah, we're what's cold, very, very cold. Did you take the little kids over to school this morning?
Not this morning.
No?
But that's so fun to do, you know. And
Do you take them over every morning?
I don't take them over every
somebody
morning.
does?
Someone takes them over because we have a couple kids who are at Great Salt Bay. You know, come to us in the morning, and then we walk them to Great Salt Bay and come back, and it's just so fun just to talk to them and just chat. And
Yeah, a few folks at home that don't know, and it hasn't been in the paper yet, so we can talk about stuff that's not in the paper.
Breaking news.
It's been kind of let out of the bag a little bit. We're doing a show called the South Bristol Scoop, where we aren't doing the show. We've got the kids in the 5th grade down at South Bristol that are filming it, producing it, and in front of the camera, writing their own copy, interviewing teachers. That was really cool yesterday. Shooting from the hip, ad-libbing. Really, really good. Next week, we're on schedule. If COVID doesn't strike and whatever, we're on schedule to do game time, a real game.
Oh, fun.
And they've got, they got a WARF report, they got a sports report, they got special interviews with different people, a couple of different interviews. They got a weather report. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully it's going to be about a 15-minute show. If it's a little bit longer, that's fine. And this is going to be something that the only thing that we've done is we're going to be doing the editing, but they're going to start learning how to do that a little bit later in the spring. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the kids, we do the show, they do a practice run, and then they watch themselves. And there's the giggles of watching them is kind of fun. Oh, I didn't know I was doing that, and rubbing my eyes and slipping over, But they're starting to get you never know when the camera's going to be on you.
Right. And it's really important to understand how long it takes to just produce a 15-minute show. Yeah. How long does it take?
Yeah, we're there close to 2 hours, an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes to get a 15-minute show together.
And how many people are spending 2 hours to get to that 15 minutes? It's pretty amazing.
It really is. This is a labor-intense business at times.
Yes.
It really is. But it's hands-on learning from so many different aspects of it. From, they've got to lug the camera equipment in.
Right.
There's a lot of the romantic part about it is sitting in front of the camera and talking about it. But the dirty work of lugging the equipment and setting the equipment up and making sure that the cables are all hooked to the right things, and they're getting pretty good. They know what an HDMI cables are, and they know what audio cables are, and they're learning how to wind. There's a special way to wind them up, and it's been a lot of fun. So next week, we might be able to have some clips of it next week.
That's exciting. Which
would be fun. And I tell you what we'll do at the end of this show today. We'll put a few clips in there today of what that we did last week. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. So. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I thought hair, makeup, and wardrobe was the hardest part to this.
But it is if you're working with me.
You,
Sally, would have no problem.
You would have
no problem, Sally. But yeah, hair and makeup. We got to find somebody for hair and makeup. But it's a lot of fun, and yeah, that's good stuff. Have you been ice skating yet? You're a hockey mom.
I skated on Christmas Eve. I skate every Christmas Eve, but we do that at indoor, not at a rink.
I was going to say there wasn't much ice in Christmas Eve.
No, there wasn't. So it was at MRC, but.
Over in Rockport there?
Yeah. Yep, fun game every year, but I haven't been outside on the real ice yet.
But you're taking off tomorrow?
I leave on Tuesday to go out to Colorado for a bunch of hockey games. So
you're off all next week?
Yep.
Anybody out there want to do Wuzzup next week? Please let me know, because I'm looking. Oh no, I got.
Hopefully,
Casey.
we have to make sure we connect. I'll do that today and get her locked
Casey,
in.
We got to have our Y connection here.
Yes.
Maybe Karen Ann would sit in for a show. She likes doing Wuzzup.
Yep.
So yeah, we got to get some hosts in here to help us out, because our gal is on the road a little bit this winter.
Yeah, I got to get out with this cold.
So folks, I went up to the River Grill Friday evening, to have an adult beverage with my friend Marva and some other people, Wayne and Joanne and a bunch of other people. And as I was coming out, this big guy stops me and he said, "Hey, are you Larry?" And I said, "Yeah." And he introduced me, and
Dirk,
your brother.
He's my brother.
He is, and he's from Philadelphia.
No, his in-laws are. He's lived here for almost 30 years.
Okay, so all the other people were from Philly.
The people he got to watch us, our fan base in Philly, our new.
And so anyway, he was telling
base.
us how much he liked Wuzzup and all that kind of fun. It was fun stuff.
And you said it made you watch us for the first time.
It did. I went home and I was sitting there. My wife was gone. I was just kind of thumbing through the TV, and I was like, "Hey, what did we talk about anyway?" Isn't that awful? 24 hours later, I couldn't remember. But, usually 24 hours later, I can remember. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago, I couldn't remember what's going on. But it was kind of fun.
That is fun.
So, yeah. So the Link County News. We got to get to it here. We've only got a few minutes left. It's been a year since the storms hit. Wow, that's pretty fast year, huh?
And just thinking how fast those storms came. They were only, it was on the 10th and the 13th, just a couple days apart, and how impactful they were. Just unbelievable.
And the damage they left.
Mm-hmm. People finding things in the sand that belonged into the fish house or different things. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, good stuff. And Samantha,
Attics. Yes, so I have.
She was going to save me. I knew she would.
I'm here for you. I was just, making you sweat for a second
you did,
there.
like a good woman does.
Put you in your, no, just kidding. No, but Sam Attics and I have been friends for several years. She is the face of GSB. When you first walk in, she's the first person you see. She was there when my kids all went through GSB. She was there since I've been on the board. She's always happy.
You on the board of GSB?
I was in the board of GSB for 12 years.
Are you still on the board?
I am not on the board anymore. But like last Friday, I was looking through, when I saw that she was the character of the county, like Sam and I have some pretty crazy interactions that people wouldn't think of. But the other day I see a violin in the Great Salt, in the Wise, Lost and Found, and I'm like, there's no way this should be in the Lost and Found. We don't want it. We don't want it to disappear. So I send a picture to her, and she's like, I don't think that's ours, but there was a special tag. So she showed Katie Newell, the strings teacher. Sure enough, it was, and just that's what Sam and I do back and forth between, the Y and Great Salt Bay.
That's a great partnership.
It is, and like both of us know, oh, it's Sam, I got to pick it up, or it's Sally. There's reasons we need to talk to one another, and it's just a great testament to all the community to partners and how we work.
The part that fascinates me, and because I grew up, if you left a coat at school or a sweatshirt at school, you went to school the next day with no coat on because that was the only one you had. Mm-hmm. And I know you're well versed in this, of how many articles of clothing and how many water bottles get left at the YMCA. I talked with Matt Lash, the AD over to Madomic the other night. Mm-hmm. He was cleaning up after the ball game, and he had a water bottle in one hand and something else. He said, I've got a whole trunk full of these, a whole bin full of these water bottles.
Yes.
Did you want one? I said, no, I got plenty. He said, it's crazy.
I had a mom from the Y whose kid comes every day, and she said since Christmas he's lost 3 coats and 6 lunch boxes.
If he goes to school with no lunch tomorrow because he hasn't got a lunch box.
No parent can do that now. You'd be in for neglect.
You probably would be arrested. But I didn't forget my jacket.
Right.
I didn't forget.
You figure it out fast.
You figure it out real quick.
Yeah, I'll give a little shout out to Karen and Hager Smith, because the boy came up to us during the day and he said, has anyone seen my coat? And she said, thank you so much for coming up to us and being so responsible. But I kind of knew the backstory, so I was just kind of laughing. And
was there a mother that wasn't very happy because somebody had lost their coat?
Yeah. So I knew the whole story behind, so it was pretty funny.
It's just crazy, Sam.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Absolutely.
Are we in the land of easy come, easy go?
And a lot of the parents now, they said, after their child loses an LL Bean coat, they go to Young'uns and buy it. So they're not spending a lot of money on it because they're like, nope, it's just not worth it anymore, because if their child is going to lose it, they're not going to invest in it. So having things like that, or like when the Wise Lost and Found goes into those bins to get back circulated in the community, is always a positive thing. But
I don't remember my kids losing a lot of stuff like that, except for my son always had lost his homework.
Oh, interesting.
Huh. Interesting.
Weird.
Yeah, he'd always lost his homework, but maybe that came from his father. I'm not sure.
From what you shared last week, maybe.
I'm not sure. Oh, speaking of students, Madonna Valley, the kids got over there. He's fish keeping artistry with tankscapes. It's pretty
I wonder if
interesting.
he has ever been in contact with Tenji, who they do installments of their local company, and they do installments all over, actually the world. And they did like the LL Bean one, but they're based here in Newcastle, and that would be a great connection.
Yeah, they're right there on River Road.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think we did a business after I was down there one time.
Yeah, it would just be a great part, for them to meet up.
Yeah, the budget in the Noble Jefferson transfer station is down, but everybody's paying more. So I don't.
I read that through, and I still didn't quite follow.
I'm not quite sure how I figured this out here. I'm going to have to see if I can read this again and figure out how the overall can be down. Somebody didn't pay as much or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Someone had to not pay as much for it to be
down.
down.
And I think the story of the day really is the Wiscasset girls basketball team, 122 losses in a row.
And then they keep showing up. They keep doing the work.
That is
Daniel Wall is leading them.
We ought to have those kids in here and talk about it, because
it's amazing.
That's amazing. And this is Dan's first foray at coaching. I mean, he's refereed
He's ref
for a
for
bit,
years, yeah.
You know, and so good for him. He's probably learned the game and understand the game.
Yes.
And he's teaching the game, and he's teaching principles of the game. So good for him.
Perseverance and all those other
Yeah.
incredible.
All those things that you learn in sports, you know.
Right. Show
Yeah.
up and keep showing up.
Yeah. And they're going to cut the special ed director.
Yes. Yeah, that was part of what we were talking about
Yeah.
as the AOS needs to restructure. And we saw that the budget was turned down the first time. So they needed to figure out how to make it pass because many of the town meetings are coming up and each town needs to know what their share is as part of that.
And
so
that-
they can't keep this budget process, their budget process going that long. Like Noblesboro, they have their town meetings in March. So
And last year, I know they rejected the budget a couple of times.
right, and that's just what that does to a town. It's so difficult. So you really want it to be set up for success so things can go through.
Yeah. In some of this, the boards are stuck with state mandates. And we, not that the trucking business is related, but there's the same idea. We were stuck with all these government mandates and no way to fund it.
Right.
No way to charge for it. We
Right.
couldn't put it on invoices and say, because customers would say, well, that's
I'm not paying that.
I'm in Tennessee, and if that's yours, that's too bad. That's I'm not
That's
doing
your-
that.
yeah.
That's your problem. So and that's always been a government problem is they mandate these rules and regulations, and there's no way to recoup your losses. Because that's what the free market won't allow that. But
Right.
and down in Bristol, they got too many individuals doing their own gig
Yeah.
down there, and that's going to be too bad. I mean,
That's
Bristol
so-
Days is a lot of fun.
It's huge, years. And I wonder if this will help people figure it out. I mean, I'm on the Pumpkin Fest committee, and I know what work it is to put on a 3-day festival, basically.
It's a lot.
It is a lot of work,
I was
but
on
you
it
do.
for a lot of years, as you know.
Yeah.
And it's a ton of work.
And you need to have that central committee who's really, oversees all of it. When people aren't working together, it just
Yeah, and I think
doesn't-
the Pumpkin Fest over the years has done a pretty good job letting each individual run their event.
Oh, 100%.
You
Yep.
know, I think they've really done well with that.
Each person is like the chair of their smaller committee, and they get to, update everyone. They get to decide what that looks like.
And they get the support of the whole board.
But everyone works together
Yeah.
to be on the same page, and that's really important.
And I would think Bristol Days could maybe take a page out of that.
I'm just waiting to get an email from Jed that we have to start our meetings up soon. I think
Coming
we
on.
start in February or March every year, so
Coming on.
we'll
Yep.
get those.
Sure is. So there, we've done the front page.
Good for us.
Yeah, it's taken
Yeah,
us
yes.
15 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. In the fire department, they celebrated their longest tenured officers.
That was pretty awesome to
It
see the
was.
different pictures, and I saw some on Facebook.
Your old buddy
of
John Pinkham, he's got
was on
25
there.
years in there already.
I don't know how that's possible because
Because he's a young fella too.
Exactly.
But he's pushing the big 5-0 if he's not 5-0. He's over past the 5-0. So yeah,
You're very kind.
He could go to almost 30 years.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And Steve O'Brien. That's just so fun to see all of it. It's great.
Yeah. And they were practicing putting out a fire on a shed there. I don't know if that was practice or not.
I don't think that was.
Yeah. Boy, there's been some controversy about taking those trees down on Main Street.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
a bunch of that.
Yeah.
They've taken some on River Road the past couple days. A lot coming down.
Yeah.
They can come in front of me, my house, and take some down. I'd be more than
I've
happy.
got 2 or 3 they could take down. Wouldn't bother me a bit. And this message in a bottle, I thought that was a pretty
How
cool story.
neat! 56 years. Yeah, I've met that guy a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Charlie Britton. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting.
And then look at the Wiscasset girls. They got a
Yeah.
big spread with all their pictures, which are very well deserved.
Yeah, they got to be a bunch of happy campers. Mm-hmm. And the Wiscasset boys are doing pretty well this year.
I can't imagine the celebration after that game.
Oh, I can't either. I read this story about Molly Hopkins here in Waldoboro.
I read that too.
That was pretty
Everyone
touching.
should read that.
Everybody should.
It just gives such perspective on what people are going through and what it means.
Yeah. Yeah. In old Waldoboro, they're going to start a broadband construction. And what this is this fiber optic. I mean, they've got internet over there
Yeah.
now. They're talking about a broadband construction with fiber optic internet.
Yep.
Which will really bring them to the forefront.
Well, you just had the breaking ground of that new facility. All those types of things require, to have that type of capability within a town infrastructure.
Yeah,
so.
and so that will coincide with the completion of that hospital, the
Yeah.
medical facility.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In AOC 93, they're going to change their meeting schedule. That's the Jefferson, Bristol, South Bristol group.
And
Yeah.
Noblesboro.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't know. Nobros, they got a couple different people up there for select board.
It's nice to see when different people come in,
It
you know,
is.
and because it's so often it is the same people who are going for it.
Yeah, indeed it is. Carpenter's Boat Shop, in case you haven't been there, that's a pretty good business after
Yeah.
hours. It's really an interesting place.
I love all these old pictures. It's pretty amazing. I can't necessarily place where they all are, but
In Damascotta Mills?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's parents, dad grew up in Damascotta Mills. So
Neat.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time up there as a kid. But I really like Glenn's fire department hat there.
yes, me too. Right,
What
that's
a,
not,
what
yeah.
a moment just kind of grabs you for a second, you know?
Yeah, because usually it's very witty. This is just,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh gosh, Waldoboro Historical Society. What is that? I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know.
We missed a couple weeks, I think.
And Fidium is going to bring increased fiber access to Wiscasset, Wakefield, and Edgecombe.
I think
Tidewater can't do it all.
it's one of those things that I think you can never really catch up either, because as soon as you get it installed, then, you know, the technology has improved.
Well, yeah, it's like electricity. It needs to be everywhere, and it's hard to get it everywhere,
Yeah, the access.
you know.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, probably today, people don't understand that Damascotta Mills was a real hub. The trains came through there, the
Yeah.
shipbuilding that was up there. It was a real booming place at one time. Now it's just a nice, quaint little village to live there.
Or visit Bobby, right?
I'll
Go to
visit
his inn.
Bobby, that's right. I'll visit Bobby, that's right. Yeah. They're going to have a pop-up sledding. You're going to have Coastal Rivers pop-up sledding
I
day?
know.
You
That's
gonna
it's
do
a
that?
fun place. Probably not because I'm going to be away, but that's
Oh,
always
that's right.
fun.
That's right. You're going to go play hockey this week.
Yeah, I don't think they want me out there. That's not going to help the team much.
Who's this lady here? Who's this gal out here? She skates funny. Common Ground Fair, September 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2025.
Wow. Let's enjoy summer first, right?
Yeah.
But that is, I like the logo. That's always, you always see all their logos are just always famous and all over T-shirts and everything and their posters. So it's fun to see.
USDA is gonna give $1 million to clean energy products. So I'm not projects, I should say.
Projects, yes.
I'm not sure what that amounts to. You know, clean energy. You're gonna put solar panels on your place. That's clean energy, I guess. Yeah. They've announced the dates for the Maine Blueberry Festival. Mm-hmm. She was sad. This Brandon Robinson, he was killed in that car accident.
Yeah,
there.
that's
Did you
so
know
sad.
him?
No, he worked at the Booth Bay Y, so I know a lot of the people down there
That's
are
too
having
bad.
a really hard
But
time with that.
Anthony Jakovic.
Jakovich, yeah.
Did you know him?
I
by any
didn't.
chance?
No, so interesting though.
What an interesting
Yeah.
life.
Yes.
You know, I always enjoy some of these obituaries, just the lives they led. You know, it's like reading
Everyone
history.
enjoys that. I
It's a
mean,
history.
deserves to have that at the
Yeah,
end, right? And it's
kinda,
really neat to
It's kind
see.
of a history of their lives.
Absolutely.
You know, in Carol Hall.
Yep,
You know, interesting lives.
absolutely.
Booth Bay school litigation, they got some problems down there. Court's not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily agreeing with them, are they?
Nope, they're not.
Didn't sound like it anyway.
Keep things interesting, huh?
Yeah.
There's a fundraiser for Donnie Hyson, who was hurt in a snowmobile crash. That's all over Facebook these days.
Yeah, I saw that, but I don't know Donnie Hyson. Was
I
his
didn't know
father
him
maybe,
either.
Morris
I'm
Hyson?
not totally sure.
Because I went to school with a Morris
Mm.
Hyson, and this fellow would be about the age of one of Morris's sons.
Okay.
And Morris passed a number of years ago, but yeah.
I went over to the sports page because that's always fun. How many of these games were you at?
Every one of the Madomic at home games.
Excellent.
Yeah, they had a great win over Morris and Erskine. Just super impressive.
Wow,
Just-
12-0. That's impressive.
Yeah, and they could run the season, but Madomic's got a tough week next week. They've got Lincoln Academy's in there one night, and then they got Oceanside, and then,
Oh, yeah.
then Camden. And all
Okay.
three of those teams are pretty good.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't see any of them beaten, but I see some really good games.
Yeah,
And
and
I
you
think
never know what can happen.
you never know,
You could
the high
have an
school
injury.
kids.
People could be sick. They're
You
high
never
school
know
kids.
who leaves there just.
And that's why it's exciting, right?
They're whatever at home that night. But,
Exactly.
But the Lincoln Eagles, they came off with a huge win over
That's
Spruce
awesome.
Mountain, at the buzzer.
I saw.
Yeah, at the buzzer. And tip of the cap to Big Tyson Ball and his dad there. They've done a great job there. And I think Lincoln is, I don't think anybody thought Lincoln was going to be as good as they are this year.
Losing all the starters.
Yeah, I thought
but
they would probably be like a 12-6 team, or maybe a 10-8. And heck, they're 9-3.
Well, it's a testament to Ryan growing
Absolutely.
the program and really working on
absolutely.
the feeder program.
Absolutely. So. And the other thing is that the girls on both sides, Madomic and Lincoln Academy, I don't think anybody thought those two teams were going to be as good as they've been.
Well, look how many of the Lincoln girls are sophomores right now. You have
Young
Miriam,
team.
who is so strong, and she's so my favorite to watch. But there's a lot of younger people on the team.
And when
too.
they played Lincoln the first time, Madomic the first time Lincoln did, they had them on the ropes early, and they should have put them away, and they couldn't, and Madomic came back to win that one. So
I love seeing this picture of Lily Chris shooting a jump shot because she's twice. The same picture's on the back page too if you turn of Lily in the bottom left.
Lily Chris, yeah.
I bet her dad liked that.
She's had some big hoops for the team.
Yeah,
this year.
she has.
Some really quality minutes.
Solid player.
Yeah. You know her dad?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. And this football lineman, did you watch him this?
Porter-Gagan.
Yeah.
He is a tank.
I don't know him.
He is one tough cookie. We just loved watching Porter. I mean, he was a great fullback, and I thought he was going to have a really breakout season in the fullback position. And the fact of the matter is, he didn't do that much as a fullback, but boy, as a linebacker and lineman, he was lights out good.
That's awesome.
And I think what was a mindset on his part was defense was his thing.
Yeah.
And he was a great blocking back. He was a great blocking back. So, I think he'll get it. I really do.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this equestrian team?
I don't.
Do they work out of the Stonewall Stables up
There's
there?
I know there's a couple different places in
Can you
our
imagine
area,
having to pack up all those horses to go to a game? Well, you thought it was bad with hockey.
Yeah,
Can you
that was
imagine?
easy.
You
Just
get
throw
your kid
someone in
ready,
the car,
You jump in
that's
the car.
it.
Now you got to get the horse ready.
Right,
hook
and
up
a
to the
trailer,
Oh,
and then back your
God.
trailer. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
We only
that's
got about a minute and a half here left, folks. But we do want to remind you that a week from Sunday, Elton John tribute at the Madomic Valley High School, the Adolph Auditorium. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
We also want to remind you that we have got to be sending cards to our friend Bobby Whear. What else is going on?
You said you were going to put some footage of your South Bristol
we will.
scoop at the
we'll
end,
have the
so
South,
can't wait to
South Bristol
see
scoop
that.
up there. Louis Doe's got a repair going.
That is amazing.
Desperately needed.
So needed.
Desperately needed. So good for them for recognizing that.
Yeah,
and
and
I'm
then
sure they'll
filling
be swamped in no time at
I
all.
bet the guy already doesn't
I bet he
know
is.
what to do with his
I bet
time.
he
He's
is.
so busy.
I bet he is.
That's
and they're going
crazy.
to, Scudumfer is going to have a teen room.
Yeah. Yep.
Huh. I think that'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And Susan Norton, my friend down at the First National, she's retiring.
Good for her. Well deserved, right?
Well deserved.
There's a little article in here from the Y, and just thanking all of our coach volunteers and so many people that sponsored us and help us through the season, because we can't do it without them.
Boy, people don't understand these nonprofits how vital it is, the volunteers.
Absolutely.
Right here at the TV station, Bobby Whear being our biggest volunteer, one of our biggest volunteers, biggest cheerleader.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw that LA Boosters are supporting fitness center upgrades at Lincoln, and that's always great to see. We have so many of the kids in our facility after school, but great to have
Sal,
more
we've
things.
done it once again. It's
Great.
Wuzzup time is coming to a close. Folks, send those cards and letters out to our buddy Bobby. I'm sure you'd appreciate them. Come on, Toby, it's time to say goodbye.
Toby's
going to
say bye to
Sally.
me. Oh, that's
We're going
gonna
to say
be my
goodbye to
favorite.
Sally first.
Say goodbye. Oh, I got it. She's not talking, though.
Not
She's
talking.
Not talking.
Huh? Not
Hi,
talking.
Toby.
Oh, you like it.
There you go.
Good night, folks. Thanks for watching. She's Sal. I'm Larry. We'll catch you next time. TV Toby says, see you later.
Hello, I'm Ari Larrabee Coates, reporting for the South Bristol Scoop.
Hello, I'm John Moxley, and I'm the cameraman.
Hello, I'm Edith Jonathan, and I'm also a reporter for the South Bristol Scoop. What did I say?
Do we not prepare for this? Is this the outro, intro? What is this?
This is just a little fun stuff we're going to put in there.
Wait, what do we
All right.
say? What do we say?
We're reporters for the South Bristol Scoop.
Oh, yeah. Alright. We're glad you joined us this week to get the latest on the local, county, and national news. Thanks for watching the South Bristol Scoop.
Hi, we are South Bristol reporters.
Reporting for the South Bristol Scoop. Welcome to the South Bristol Scoop.
Let's do it again. One more time. Fun stuff.
I don't know what you said.
Why do you do that?
Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the mid-coast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.